got to say about it. And then we gonna pivot. We gonna pivot and talk about Coach Prime and the Colorado football team getting ready to play Wyoming football team this Saturday night. It's a late night, y'all. It's a late night game again, starting off this year on the East Coast. 10:15. 10:15. I got an email today. I think Uncle Nita said they don't start the practice at night, trying to get accustomed to playing at night and keeping the players up. I know they're gonna be a struggle because last year we know they struggled playing at night. So I DM Uncle Neely, I think it was Sunday. He said yes, they don't start at night practice. So that's what's going on with Colorado right now. And we'll see how this game gonna turn out. It's been reported they going back to K Salter, according to ESPN. For all I heard, we'll see how that turn out. But like I always have said, I didn't pivot from it, ain't gonna pivot from it. K Salter the best quarterback, not just on Colorado. He the best quarterback in the Big 12. That's my opinion. That's what we do over here. Sports talk. We'll be why. What's up, chat? What's going on with y'all? Y'all doing okay? Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. We hit that 10,000 subscribers last night while we was on live. Appreciate y'all. Yeah. Going out of my first year, going into my second year, 10,000 subscribers. We ain't stopping. We ain't going nowhere. We're going to continue to talk about Shedeur, and we're going to talk about K-Salt, and we're going to talk about Coach Prime and the Colorado football. That's it. That's it. I follow one of y'all. I'm sorry. Let me bring the guys up and let's get into this thing. All right? Appreciate y'all tonight. Let's see who we got. Let me try this thing one more time. Can I get them up at one time? Don't never work when I click on both. Click on, click off. I don't know. What's up, Greg?
What's going on?
Not much, boy. Not too much, big dog. Waiting on JR. He clicked on, then he clicked off. There you go. All right. What's up, JR?
What's happening?
What's going on with you?
Sure, not much, man. I'm cooling. What up, Greg?
What's going on? I get to get the top seat tonight.
Yeah,
hey, man. I just
big dog. You nighttime Greg.
No. I heard, you know what I'm saying? I heard about the boy, I saw it actually. Because I see the setup, they don't have 2 weeknight games. I didn't realize that the Wyoming game was a super late night. I knew BYU was. And, I heard him mention that in the last press conference. I took a lot of heat for him, last year, for you get that out, and now he's saying it. And I heard Sap said last year, so I'm glad to see they actually practicing at night. Last year they kind of tiptoed into it. They were practicing like at 3 or 4 o'clock when the sun about to go down and stuff. Mm-hmm. They actually out there, so hopefully we see some results.
All right, let's get into the show, fella. What's going on, chat? We see y'all tonight. Want to say hello to everybody who tuning in. Y'all just give me a total of 52 minutes, and I will let you out of here. And I appreciate y'all for rocking with us again on this Thursday night. JR, starting with you, big dog. Check this out. The Cleveland Browns are 0-2 with Joe Flacco. My question is to you, JR, with the performance of Joe Flacco so far, are we getting closer to seeing DG and Shedeur Sunday? Remember, Joe Flacco done threw that ball 45 times in the first game, 45 times in the second game. He got to grease that arm up, big dog. Yeah. So they playing Green Bay, big dog. They're playing Michael Parsons. Them. How long would they let Joe Flacco continue to go out there? Give me your thoughts before they move to DG.
Yeah, Flacco probably got a good, I'm going to say 2 to 3 games. Got about a good 2 to 3 games in him, man. I think, look, I don't know their schedule, but, most NFL teams, they try to set it up to try to get to the bye week. They got an early bye week, something like that. So I know most teams, when they go play overseas, they usually have a bye week coming back or something like that. So it may be around there that Joe Flacco might make it all the way to when they play in London. And then after that, it might be after that bye week, then they probably start rolling DG in. So they already, 2 games? This would be the 3rd game this week. So after this week, I'm gonna say he probably got 2 to 3 more in him. But yeah, the
Whoa,
decision will probably be
you gonna
made.
give him that many?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
All right.
DG not ready.
He the bag up quarterback. He's supposed to be ready.
Nah, he ain't ready, man. Look, the Cleveland Browns organization, they are not ready. You know?
Oh, okay.
Any quarterback you put in there, even Shedeur, if you put Shedeur in there right now, look, that offensive line ain't blocking much of nobody. So nobody would look good in that offensive line. I know Dylan Gabriel threw a little touchdown or whatever like that, but we're talking about Ryan Staub. Look, Staub looked good, against Delaware. Some mop-up time, came in last 2 minutes. That's kind of what Dylan Gabriel looked like. Came in at the end of the game, threw a touchdown, but nah, the Cleveland Browns is not a good organization. That's why they 0-2 right now.
All right. What you think, Greg?
I mean, what we expect. We knew what was coming. So, I mean, you knew Flacco was stiff as a 10-man. I mean, what he gonna do? He can't move. If anything, we comparing Dylan to Staub. You should compare Flacco to Staub. He ain't do nothing all preseason. He coming at it with that last little game and drop a couple little stiff little touchdown, and you saw he wasn't mobile when they put pressure on him. So that's already like hint cuckoo how the season gonna go. I mean, his mobility is limited. So all they gotta do is put pressure on him. They really want to embarrass Cleveland. Just put pressure on him because he can't move.
Right.
He's stiff. So I mean, It's not like it's a surprise how he's playing. It's not like when Gabriel get in there, it's gonna be a surprise. The problem is Shedeur getting reps yet. Like they like, oh, you'll get your turn, but we're gonna make sure you ain't ready either. So it's like, I mean, what do? You get in there with the team and the morale down, and they already gave up. I mean, what do you do? What are they fighting for? It's different in the pros. I mean, these people want to get traded, they retire, and they got this, that going on. What they gonna do? They ain't playing for you. They playing for the check, their family. So, like he said, the Cleveland organization is one ain't ready. They ain't been ready a long time.
Right.
So, how do you expect them to be ready now just because you do it down? They dogging him out. So, what do you expect?
Yeah. Also, it's been reported, JR, that before I go to that, let me ask you this. Did they sit Joe Flacco up? Usually a QB1 get a lot of reps during the offseason. I don't think he got many reps that Kenny Pickett, than DG, and then they throw him out there. He never got any chance to get familiar with his wide receiver. Do you think they set him up since he wasn't back? And he don't throw more interceptions than just about anybody in the NFL. Did they set him up by not getting no reps since he was a vet and played there 2 years ago?
Nah, me personally, I don't think they set him up because it goes back to what me and Greg and you was talking about. They wanted Kenny Pickett to be, the bridge.
Right.
They wanted him to be the bridge. Younger guy, a little bit more mobile. He was Mike Vick in their eyes, right? So, but Kenny Pickett a little bit more mobile, things like that. But look, then the Raiders came a calling. I mean, well, look, he hurt his hamstring, right? And he was out 2 to 3 weeks of training camp, didn't play in any preseason games. And then the Raiders came a calling, look, we're going to make you an offer you can't refuse, man. We're going to at least give you the 5th round pick back. So Cleveland was like, all right, bet. We get the 5th round pick for next year. Now they give us a total of 10 picks going into the following draft. So next year's draft, they'd be at 10 picks. So the plan was for Pickett to be the guy. Greg called that early. It just didn't materialize because an injury occurred. And then they was just like, well, if Flacco got the experience, let's just put him out there, see how it goes, Greg.
I don't know. It's all over the place, I think, because it's like it contradicts itself because, I mean, they could have kept Pickett if they wanted. I mean, Flacco did what he wanted to do. You think he wanted to practice? I mean, old men have always not participated. That's the old school way of not participating in camp. He didn't participate in camp because he know he got to preserve his little ancient body for about 20 games. Why would he Why would he put that body through any rigmarole before the season starts? So that's the toss up. That's the catch-22. Yeah, he's not going. He's new. That's why I say usually those guys in his position usually be the guys who've been there for 20 years, like any given Sunday or something. He been there. He already ain't have to practice because he's a veteran. He know everything. Unfortunately, he's a veteran and they don't know nothing barely. And they put a veteran in a situation where he don't know much. So he needed the reps, but he don't need the reps at the same time. Because his body only got so much mileage on it. So he wasn't going to get out there. The problem is, this is the dumbest thing ever. How do they put themselves in a situation where everybody say they got a high mileage guy and 2 rookie quarterbacks behind them? That was the purpose of getting Pickett, right? That, like you said, they have some kind of transition because you claim that your rookies wasn't ready. So now how dumb, those self-fulfilling prophecy. Now you got 2 rookies who are not ready playing and have to play and behind your ancient quarterback who his knees and his ankles and hips and everything locked up. So he's not going to make it through the whole season. If you say 10 draft picks, 10 draft picks, and I guess they want 3 of them to be quarterbacks again because they swear they got a quarterback in the next draft. So 3 more rookie quarterbacks behind.
Man, don't start, man. You look like you're tired and sleeping. Don't start that, man. Don't start that, man. Don't start that night, Greg. Don't start this night, man.
Look, 3 quarterbacks next year, 2 more rookie quarterbacks, and they don't know who's going to be where. And then you're going to go get a whole bunch of rookies out of college with the other 7 picks. Like, so you just going to have a whole bunch of rookies next year? Like, then you're going to be crying about they ain't got no experience. The dumbest thing ever.
Hey, JR. Hey, this last one on Shedeur. A beat writer, a reporter of the Cleveland Brown, Mary Kay. She said, I would prefer the scout team quarterback, Zappy Bailey, to be Joe Flacco bag up before Shedeur signs. Yeah.
God, dog. Look,
he just got on the team now. Well, that's some nasty work, big dog.
Nasty work. Look, Mary Kay about that action, man. She about all the mess. She don't care. She said, I'm gonna say what I want to say. And look, hey, for everybody that's a Shedeur fan, enthusiast, I don't care what y'all think. I think Bailey Zappi deserves to be the second. Man, hey, that's nasty work, Mary Kay.
That's nasty work, big dog.
Cross your ears, Mary Kay. That's nasty work, man. Come on now. It just don't make no sense. But hey, man, that's her MO. That been her MO since at least I've been following. The likes of Cleveland and their media outlet throughout the summer and stuff like that. That's just been her MO.
Yeah. They sent me that video, man. I said, dang. I said, she said that. She letting you know she don't care nothing about no Shedeur, no anything.
She don't care, man.
The chat going off of Mary Kay.
My question would be, how long have you been following Cleveland? Because who follows Cleveland? Like that. Like that's the thing. Like nobody would even know about her if it wasn't for Shedeur being up there. I mean,
right?
Cleveland is in a bad spot. They are the type of team. The decisions they making, just like everybody else in life, decisions they making right now affects their future. Mm-hmm. So Cleveland don't even have no future. Basically, Cleveland is the Cleveland of the past. Never have a future. They're building a no future right now. Like I said, it's cute to have 10 draft picks, and then when they get in here and look like rookies, then what you got? You're not gonna have a quarterback again. You're not gonna. Everything is keep perpetuating forward. So they're gonna keep losing. They're gonna keep losing, and it's like, it sounded negative when I said it. Shedeur went up there. That was the perfect setup for somebody. You want to make an example out of somebody. That's the perfect place to take them, especially when they know how to run through quarterbacks. But it's like Cleveland's not gonna win nothing. They ain't won nothing, and there's nothing they doing right now that's going to help them win nothing in the future. They are wasteful. They waste picks. Like, for example, you just went and got 2 quarterbacks as if you don't want nothing else. Then you had a nerve to go whine about wide receivers. We don't have no wide receivers. All our receivers are short and small and slow. And it, like, you dummy, you don't, how many quarterbacks you don't pick? Even you don't win and got Pickett. You don't win and got Flacco. Then you drafted 2 quarterbacks. You got 47 quarterbacks on your roster. But you wondering why your skill positions are short. Then you plan on getting 3 more quarterbacks next year, and it's like, how do you never gonna move forward? So they already showing you their future. And if you talking about Shedeur, they're hanging there with losers. They're gonna lose. They don't even know.
Look, Greg, I said don't start tonight, Greg. I don't. You need to go to sleep, Greg. You're tired. I know you've been working all day. You didn't answer your texts all day. You didn't answer your phone all day. We were texting you. We couldn't get no response from you. Only thing you text back was ha ha ha. I saw that. Then you went back to work. And you're tired right now. Now you're all over Shedeur and Cleveland side.
I don't know. This stuff make you tired, really. I tried to take a nap before I came on.
JR, Craig said, man, this shit, he'll make you tired. Look at one thing that
between them in Colorado, boy, I've been nap every day. Colorado, Cleveland, boy, that's a bad combination.
Yeah, I know, big dog. Hey, we got a $5 super chat. FD. Cleveland has been a dumpster, been the dumbest franchise in NFL history. Can't get it right. Mary Kay is seeing the writing on the wall. W12. Yeah, she don't turn her backs on Joe Flacco. Even Tony Grossman said, I can't justify the way Flacco playing right now, y'all. Hey man, he don't turn it back on him already, man. He don't hype Joe Flacco up all season. 2 games. Man, they asked that dude about Joe Flacco. He said, man, I can't justify the way he playing right now, y'all.
Look, man, look. I don't even claim to be a Cleveland fan, but it ain't Joe Flacco's fault, man. It's not. Like that organization, FD said it. Hey, man, they're the dumbest organization. They're a dumpster fire. Like the offensive line is terrible. They can't get the run game going. You know, if your O-line can't pass block, maybe they can run block, but they can't do either. So the person that should be maddest on the team is Jerry Jeudy, because he in a contract year. It don't look like he's going to get a lot of receptions. Don't look like it to me, man, because that offensive line can't block a lick, man.
Yeah, they looking bad, big dog. They looking bad. They looking bad. They definitely gonna look bad Sunday against Michael Parsons. All right, fellas, let's switch over and talk about Coach Prime and the Colorado football team going up against Wyoming, coming off a loss against the Houston Cougars on last week. Well, give me your take on the quarterback this past Saturday against Houston. Let me hear y'all take on his performance and the team performance.
Look, the performance was lackluster, you know, all together. I put it solely on Coach Prime, man, as far as like just having the team prepared, right? So, look, he say it's hard bent that you tell him the team would not have performed like that after having a great week of practice. Then they went out there and essentially looked unprepared. So whether you want to attribute to play calling, whether you want to attribute to execution, combination of all. Again, the defense, Boy Wonder, Rob Livingston, 400 yards given up plus again. It's a lot to take in, man. The quarterback, again, Martin Luther Staub. Prime wasn't right for that. Staub wasn't prepared. Again, he'd been the 3rd string quarterback all camp. First 2 games going in, he was the 3rd, so he wasn't getting a lot of reps. Albeit he'd been in the system, but still, he was ill prepared for the moment in himself. He tried to walk it through because he saw a great visualization while he was there in Shedeur and getting ready and going to go look at the game balls and talking to Jordan Seaton and throwing extra after practice with the receivers. And he tried to walk in it, but you still need time on task. Everybody know about time on task. Everybody know about OJT, on the job training. You still need that. On the job training, time on task comes by playing on the field. Prime didn't saw Staub for 3 years. He didn't saw all them picks he threw in practice. Come on, man. You knew he wasn't ready for that moment. So, it's a lot to take in, man. But I believe they'll be better for it. They'll be better for it. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of player-led meetings to discuss some grievances between each other and accountability or lack thereof. It's still time to get it worked out. It's early enough in the season to get it worked out, but it got to get fixed soon.
Well, I guess it's early enough to make a little bowl game that nobody gonna watch, because everybody watch the playoff these days. But that's still the goal. That's kind of played out. Bowl game was when it was FBS. Now you got a playoff. FBS ain't as cute. It's not attractive because you ain't really playing for nothing. Everybody jump in the portal, even though they pushed it back, or they sitting out for the NFL. The bowl games don't have the same thing. Coach Prime may have gave Stark the wrong name. It makes sense. He might should have called him Malcolm Stark and got a little more out of it, because Martin Luther Stark about right. He got beat down. And that's what used to happen. You know what I'm saying? That was non-violence. You get beat down. And Houston was violent. Houston was violent. And Houston, yeah, man, they beat them down. They beat all of them down, really. And so, because I heard that the line was better, but the line really not that much better from they don't get people off the ball, on the run. They kind of like pass block when they run. Like they just stand in front of them and do that. You know what I'm saying? They don't get them off the ball. So, it's hard to run that way when the guys is penetrating the backfield. Then you try to pass, your quarterbacks are not as accurate as they, probably should be, or when they should be. And so it is what it is. You said stop and throwing interceptions. We knew that. I told y'all that. I said he gonna get a good couple interceptions in there. So it is what it is. He ain't started without an interception. Matter of fact, he came in the other game and just came right out the gate throwing interception. The man just dropped it, but it was like, come on now, this is what I do. Stop going throwing right at you just to get it out the way, because that's what he do. I don't know why he do that, but that's what he been doing since his freshman year. He gonna throw him a good interception. He ain't got to be in the game long to throw an interception. I don't know what that about. So Salter get another chance. I don't know what he gonna do with it, but he gonna get another chance. Now I used to say something. B. Watts know I said about Star. I said B. Watts like a little mortician out there. He looked like he just got that mortician face. He didn't. And what I was describing, I was being nice. What I was describing is kind of that. It's beyond nonchalant. It's like you can't read him. The energy is low. So what he got to do as a leader of this team, he ain't got to be flamboyant, but he got to have that. Sometimes you try to be cool to look calm. I've been there, done that. But he gotta figure out a way to have some passion, so people don't misunderstand him. Because he do have a good game and it look bad, because it's just how he do it. And he do things so effortless. It's like, boom, 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 avoid sacks. You don't even realize he avoided the sack because he just so, he got to get some showmanship. Unfortunately, this game here, the little 7-year-olds got more showmanship. They all on YouTube. Everything they do, everything people do, they showing out. If they don't even, they just the man dropped the ball. They like dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. He was wide open, dropped the ball. You don't fell down, watched him drop the ball, got up. That's the world we in. He ain't even did that. You doing that? So he got to get a little something, because that's what people.
Some people just ain't got that, Greg.
I'm with Greg.
He ain't gonna get no NFL. He can't do that. What you think wrong with Dylan Gabriel? They say he got little hands, all that stuff. But really what he lacked is showmanship. It can make him look a little better, but he just so, you know, and it what it do, football, you got to have that energy, you know, and if you don't have it, it can make you kind of like dry up a little bit. And so Salter get out there and he make people say you look scared, you look intimidated, you look you know, whatever, you look like something because they saying something missing. That's what's missing. So Salter just got to get that. He got to get that mortician off. He got to get some fire in his eyes. He got to get some life in his body. And he can, you know, and spark this team. Lil Staub was doing. Lil Stobby was out there, you know, doing all that.
Yeah,
he was doing all that.
Yeah, man, they hit Staub down there on that goal line. They hit Staub down on that goal line.
Hey,
When
I
he got
thought
up,
he
his
was out.
helmet would turn around like this. He got up looking around JR. He didn't know where the hell he was
I
at.
thought he had a
Hey,
concussion.
hey, stop. Yeah, y'all seen it? Hey, stop. Drop back for that pass. Oh, man, let me get the hell out of back. They coming at me. This line ain't blocking. Star ran down there and that dive for the end zone. But they flipped and turned like a helicopter. He got up. JR, that helmet was turned around. He said,
he didn't know his head. He didn't know his head had turned around too.
Yeah,
but he
Greg.
got up and did something.
Hey, Greg, but check this out though. I want y'all to hear me on this now. I'm for real. When I watched the replay, the regame, the pregame, well, the postgame, Coach Prime was sitting over there and said, "Boy, I'll sure hope they don't score. I'm gonna change this damn quarterback situation that it should. 1, 2, 3." He went down there and scored. Coach Prime. I was really trying to read Coach Prime's mind. Look like Coach Prime said, "Damn, I got to go back with him."
I got to go with him.
Did you see that, JR?
Yep. You got
man, I looked at Coach Prime. Man, Coach Prime looked like that. Man, I hope we don't score. We're going into halftime. Star went down and that referee called that touchdown. Look like Coach Prime said, "Damn, I got to come back with it."
See, Salter got everything.
Yeah. That's what I said. That's why I said I'm with Greg. Even Jalen Hurts got a little, you know what I'm saying, showmanship in him. So if anything,
he didn't used to.
You know, he didn't used to.
That's when he got big.
Yep. He had to attain that. He had to put that into his game.
One of them.
Yep. And so, hey, all I want to see from Salter, hey, you get a first down, wipe your nose on him, man. You know what I'm saying? You run for a first down, just hey, wipe your nose on them boys real quick. Or hey, put that ball out there and drop it, first down. You know what I'm saying? Something, you know, let your teammates feel that.
But he did it at Liberty. I don't know why he won't do that over here.
Look, I don't know. But hey, shout out to A1 Sports, man. He said, "Give it to him." Greg said it. I like when Greg be popping that ish. So Greg going off, man. A1 Sports for the $5 holler. Shout out A1, man.
I missed him.
Look, it's Salter. See, this what thing. Football it feeds off of energy. That's where all this stuff really come from. A lot of people think it's about showboat. These new kids, they just get out of hand. Like they just everything, man. They get ran over in they showboat. Like it's like, golly, you got your head knocked off, you getting up. It's got ran through. You got your whole footprint on the back of your jersey, and you don't jumped up. But that's all they know because they confuse it. Football is just about energy, you know, and it's about because you're out there doing some crazy stuff. You know, you can go out there any given time, and your whole foot can turn the other way, literally. Like everything about the sport is weird. You know, the pain you playing through, nobody playing healthy. So football is about, you know, you stirring yourself up to do something crazy, like jump off a cliff into, you know, a river or something, you know, and you stirring up other people to do something crazy. Without the stir up, do something crazy, why you out there? You need to be sitting at home like me and y'all, and JR and BY. We need to sit down and watch it. If you're not going to get out there and put your body on the line, that's what you're doing. Yeah. So it's all about, you know, kind of like out of your mind, out of reality. Because if you think about reality, you're going to play like Colorado. You're going to make some business decisions when it's time to tackle. You know what? Instead of hitting them, you're going to read.
Business decisions.
You got that
Look,
tackling
man.
like Thriller.
Hey, look,
You
man.
got helmet and shoulder pads on. You tackling like Thriller.
Shout out to Mrs. Phyllis Smith, man. Greg, stall him out, dog.
Yeah.
Stall him out, Greg.
I'm just
Hey,
saying.
look, check this out. Check this out. Listen, man. I'm disappointed with the defensive side of the ball. You can go either way you want. You want to go with the linebackers, you want to go with the defensive line, even the safeties. You can go either way you want. I'm just disappointed in the way they are performing so far out of these last 3 games. JR.
Yeah. To say the least, man, look, coming in in the off season, definitely us, man, pundits, the ones that, follow Colorado, everybody in the chat, like we thought the defense was going to be stronger for us, especially after the great improvement they made from the Charles Kelly era to Robert Livingston first year. But it seems like a regression. And look, I'm not going to say it's play calling because I don't know what the plays are. I know the basis of it: cover 3, man, cover 2, stuff like that. But from the outlook of it, it seems to me like, one, there are some players that are out of place. Um, I know Tafik Byer was hurt, but I think he'll be better suited as a free safety. And you got Carter Stoutmire in a strong safety position, somewhere closer to the line of scrimmage, somewhere
No,
where
JR.
I mean,
No, I don't want to see
that's
no
just
more
me.
style, man.
That's just me, man.
Yeah, I know.
I
I
I
know.
would put him down. Look, he's a bigger body in there. Greg then said it himself. He built more linebacker-ish than
They
free
ain't about that
safety.
built. You
That's for
got to
sure.
hit.
So I would put him closer to the line of scrimmage, like how they play Ben. They play Ben closer to the line of scrimmage. I would play Carter Stoutmire closer to the line of scrimmage, and I would have Tafik Byer more so the cleanup man on the backside because you got cornerbacks that's missing tackles. You got cornerbacks that's playing out of position or are not reading the receiver the right way to shade and things like that. So uh it's a lot. Defensive line. Look, what happened to Arden Walker? He was supposed to be one of the star performers this year. Hasn't
I take
gotten
him off
off.
too. I put him on the
Yeah,
bench too. I play that freshman, Alex McPherson.
yeah. And I saw something real telling during the Houston game. On
What?
critical third downs, they had McPherson and the other kid from IMG.
Both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they had both of the true freshmen in on critical third downs. What does that tell you about the elder statesman on the team? If you got McPherson and his name is leaving.
Merritt or
Oh
something like
yeah, London Merritt. So if you got Merritt and McPherson in there on key third downs, what that tell you about the upperclassmen guys? Either y'all terribly out of position or you're not giving enough effort. So we gonna put these young freshmen in here because at least they gonna give effort. They may be out of position, but they gonna give max effort. So that they just looking for effort at that point. So I found that real telling as I was like watching the game, and I was like, dang, they got both of the freshmen, not just one, both out there on critical third downs.
That Alex
Crazy.
McPherson was balling the whole game, boy.
He was. So you can't take him out. You know what I'm saying? He giving
Yeah.
100% effort. You can't take him out. So if I'm a guy like Arden Walker, man, I'm coming in like BJ Green. After I want to say it was like after game 4 or 5 last year. Remember, BJ Green was like, man, I really just had to do some self-reflection and like, what am I doing? I got to talk to myself and ask myself. Like that got to be the conversation Arden Walker got to have with himself. What am I doing? Because all during the off season, Coach Livingston was putting him out in the front to say, hey, we go as Arden Walker go. He hadn't showed up the first 2 games, man. So that's just me, Greg.
And let me read this A1 Sport 499. My honest opinion, they paid Livingston too much. His game is basic as he's getting millions. Appreciate that 499 A1 Sport. Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, I mean, the weird thing is, I think Colorado, maybe they should be out of preseason by now because they've been in preseason mode. That's what they say. And what, like you described, Ben, but I want to believe that, but I see man at Free. I see him at Strong. I see Bayard was close to the line. Sometimes maybe he played a little Free, but they always just all over the place, you know, and like they kind of like still trying to figure stuff out. And these are guys who've been there. These ain't guys who just got there like right before the season and transfer portal or something. So it's like they really trying to figure that thing out. You talking about the 2 freshmen at the end? They moving. They ain't just rotating for longevity's sake, you know, and keeping everybody fresh. You know, they basically just, you know, trying to figure it out. Hopefully they got to figure it out because you can't go to half the season trying to figure it out. Like they may have guys, but they ain't playing them in the right position or the right combination. And that's the sad thing about how this portal works. You know, you like back in the good old days when we came up, the idea was they really discouraged you from getting in the portal. You couldn't get in that portal. You went if you what we call Division 1A and AA. Forget this FBS, FCS. I mean, if you was at Georgia, you're behind gonna end up at Georgia Southern if you transferred. It wasn't sweet. You know, waivers wasn't even that available, really. So it wasn't like, oh, I can jump from team to team and all that. It won all these extra COVID years and all that. So teams were able to build history with players. Players were able to learn the program, and then players were able to kind of develop. And so it's like from year to year, you weren't trying to figure out what you had because these guys been in your system for 2-3 years. And some of the programs still like that, the traditional programs, the big 4 and 5-star recruiting programs. Not that they just got talent; those guys been there. But as the portal continue to go, it make people want to leave, whether they playing or not. We got people who start and quarterbacks don't play 3-4 teams like Gabriel just because of money. So I think that's what hurt teams like Colorado. You live off the portal, and then you get so many portal people at a time. Now you got to play with these pieces, and you got like a bomb. It's ticking. It's like you run out of time trying to figure out how to put who together and who gonna be the best. And you know, you had 4 and 5 games. That's really it happened last year. It's just their talent was able to hold off. Their talent was able to hold off. You know, Nebraska snuck them. They were all over. You know, the line was changing even then, right? Well, they kept changing the line around, right? So you had Shedeur. You didn't have to worry about that. You had Travis. But even LeJounte and Jimmy in the beginning was complaining. Oh, they like LeJounte got to be patient. His time gonna come. And he kind of came around Baylor. So it just shows, man. It comes with this portal life, and that's I don't know how they're gonna figure that out, honestly.
And I'm gonna have to be honest. You know, I always try to be honest with you. I'm surprised and disappointed with the linebacker play. After 2 games this year, which I thought was going to be their strength on the defensive side. Look like it don't matter what combination they throw out there, they can't stop that quarterback run.
Well, it's a reason why. I mean, if you look at the film, if the linebackers are still running in the same hole, I'm starting to feel like.
I mean, they've been doing this for 2 years. Why
exactly? So I'm starting to feel like he telling them to do this crap.
They got to be.
You can't. I watch them. It's a couple things that just gets on my nerve. One, I watched them. He say, "Set hut." They just run into the hole. Even the ball ain't there. The ball be way over there. They just run into the hole. And I'm like, how many sets of linebackers I know why to do this? Somebody telling them to do that because this you ain't even doing this in Little League. Like you're not blind, you know. So you're just running into a hole. Like you just gonna plug a hole for no reason. Another thing I don't like. I'm saying linebackers cross their feet. See, I learned a long time ago to keep your shoulders parallel to the line. Move your sorry feet. That's why you got to step shuffle. You know, I'm watching people say, "Say hut," and they just turn and take off running. And the problem is, the problem is now you wondering why people like French, because he's one of the main ones. He is the main one to do that. Why he arm tackling? He take off running, and the man cut back. He stick his arm out there like he's Superman, like that arm gonna snap that arm in half. That's why you see him arm tackling so much, because his shoulders is always turned. And then he's gonna try to stick his arm back when they cut back. You ain't got no defense for somebody to cut back when your shoulders turn. So you watching people turn their shoulders, you watching people cross their feet. I watch people make a step and cross that foot over, It's like you have no recovery. What if you're wrong? Because clearly your coach is not teaching you to read. So 9 times out of 10, they wrong. So they committing over here. You wonder why they had these big old runs. He said, where the linebackers at? Linebacker way over there. And they ain't even going off no play action. They not even, it ain't even no fake. They just running like a sheep, like a herd of buffalo. This dumb. They just taking off running. They run into the crowd. They not even trying to see where the ball at. Like I'm watching them take off and run to the crowd, and the quarterback ain't even faking it or nothing. He just look at them dummies and say, all right, you just going over there where you left at. They're not even doing no real play action like that to really throw them off. They just taking off running like they kids. And I'm like, okay, I'm starting to believe somebody telling them to do that. Because I seen like sometimes, like I seen plays like when the running back take off, both of the linebackers run after the running back. Like, not he ain't got the ball, he just ran that way. So you that dumb, I gotta do say, hey, running back, run that way. They just take off running. I noticed this man coverage philosophy. They take off running. Like when the quarterback, when somebody in motion, some of them just take off running. It's like you don't even. Why are you taking off running? Like it's the weirdest thing, and it's like you say, this is year 3, and it looked exactly the same. Two different coordinators.
You got Greg hot right now.
I watched it. I literally you got other content creators out there. They pull up the. I'm seeing it in the game. But then when you got somebody like pulling up the all 22 and you watch Mayers or whatever his name, and what's his name? I always mess up his name. I want to call him Slaughter. One from Hughes and him don't need to be in the game at the same time. This like they're competing and running to an empty hole, and both of them wrong. Then they have no discipline. They don't understand. Like when they take on a block, like Hughes love to peekaboo. He'll jump outside, knowing his silly other linebacker ain't nowhere to be found, or they in the same hole. And that's why when they come through the line, they get to the second level for the last really 3 years. They gone. Your safety got to come up and make a hit because they gonna look like the linebacker. Because both your all the time your linebackers. That's why they were better last year because their linebacker play was better. They wasn't like good, but it was better. Meaning like what's our guy name? Big what's called?
Hill Green and Becker.
Hill Green.
Yeah.
Now Hill Green was the better backer. He was a true middle backer. He was more patient. He missed some tackles, but reading wise, he was more patient. Bentley was just like these linebackers now. He just take off running into a hole. He just take off into a hole like a blitz. This blitz, like everybody line up in the gap and run. Nobody is forced to read anything. The problem is you're not getting home and y'all arm tackle. So yeah, somebody get back there. 2 of y'all to get back there and play patty cake with the running back, and then he said, all right, I'm done with y'all. Let me go ahead up here. And that's what you seen in Kansas last year. That's what you seen in Kansas State. They was in the backfield. But they wasn't tackling.
Yep.
So now you go back to the lack of tackling.
Yeah. I just don't understand that they keep doing that for 2 years. Look like they've been taught to do that. A1 Sports got a super chat $4.99. Been told you, Coach Hart. Be what?
God, A1 hard on him, man.
You sound like JR. I believe you and JR got together on that super chat.
I ain't say nobody name.
I believe y'all got together on that super chat.
I ain't say no name, B-Wise.
All 3 of y'all got together on that super chat. Send that B-Y. That's his boy. That's his boy. Stand up, Coach Hart. Stand up in there.
You don't listen to us.
Look here, big dog. Here we go. Let's talk about the running game and the schemes of the offense. Will Pat Sherman scheme it up, even though he hasn't done it so far? Do he need to change the schemes of the offense? What you think, JR?
As far as like,
do they just need to execute? Now, when I watch Buck and Prime break down the all 22, but on wide receivers ain't blocked nobody, big dog.
Yeah, I told you, man, them wide receivers playing selfish, man. Like they
ain't
playing
blocked
selfish.
nobody.
You know, because like I said, look, I'm not one that's gonna be like, man, it's all on Pat. Like, yeah, do I think some of the
Until I saw that changed my mind. I said, no,
do I?
Jordan C, he ain't blocking. I thought he would be blocking. He's standing up, big dog.
He had his
Look
moments.
at Greg.
That's why I'm like,
hey, we keep saying Jordan
it.
C pancaking nobody. Man, Jordan C ain't doing nothing, big dog. I saw
That's why
it.
you haven't heard me call for Pat Shermer. You know what I'm saying? Look, I get it. It's some of the concepts a little basic. Yes, some of the route concepts a little basic. Can he get a little bit more creative with it? Absolutely. But if you look at the route concepts compared to last year, they the same concepts. What's the difference? Them guys played for each other. Jimmy knew I ain't getting the ball, so let me block.
Yeah.
Let me block. Let me hold it. Will Shepherd knew I ain't getting the ball. I need to be out there blocking though. LeJohntay, small as he out there blocking. Jimmy was the smallest receiver out there, but he was the best blocker out there. Even Travis, when Travis knew he wasn't getting the ball, even he was blocking. So look, we didn't seen the games, man. Look, you watch college football all during the weekend, man. It's teams running bubble screens all freaking weekend. So I'm not that pressed about the bubble screen. Do you need to be running it 10 times a game? Nah, dog. Probably bring that down to about 5 to 7, something like that. 10 times, maybe a little bit excessive. Do I think he need to, switch up the tempo every once in a while? He didn't even do tempo with K Salt, but he did it with Staub. So I'm like, well, how you running tempo with one quarterback now? So, things like that, man. And not be afraid to pivot away from your game plan. I'm not saying go completely away from it, but it's obvious that they saw something against the Houston defense to say, you know what? Hey, they're a little bit soft up that middle. So when we run the ball, albeit 12 times, we're going to hand it off and we're going to try to gash them up the middle. But Houston corrected their mistakes that they made with Stephen F. Austin and Rice to say, hey, we've been getting gashed up the middle. Let's tighten up. Let's get it tightened up in the middle. So
I think
you
only
trying
way
to
they
just
can tighten it up in the middle, JR, they got to get out of that man-to-man.
Look, I'm talking about from an offense perspective. It's
Okay.
like they could have ran it on the outside. You see that you literally getting stopped from the middle. Like every time Micah tried to get up in there, they shut it down. They shut it down. Trackhawk tried it, they shut it down. It wasn't until they broke one with Price, then it's like, all right. But you know what I'm saying? For the most part, Houston was shutting down that middle run. So I'm like, man, where the toss play at? Where the sweep at? Where the
Right.
speed option?
Yeah.
Use the freshman, put them on a little speed option or something like that. But now you ain't got that type of quarterback in the game to do that.
You just said you ain't got the type of receivers blocking too. So them corners are playing tight. They gonna throw your cornerback, your receiver down. Because what you're describing is you're also talking about receivers who were running. Routes was running like the linebackers. They were running to the same place a lot of times. Yep. So even with the route concepts being shiesty, then you look at the fact they running routes, the wrong routes. Like it's supposed to be layers.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I couldn't tell him when I was watching the game, but when I watched Buffy Prime, I said, damn, he ain't supposed to run that route.
I can tell, because I'm like, how do you end up in the same place? It's like the linebacker don't supposed to end up in the same place, really.
Yeah.
And the receivers don't supposed to end up in the same place. It's just no reason for that because it should be space. So, when one guy can cover 3 guys, then y'all running the same space, that's a problem. Then you got to also think about something that I've been wanting to say. You playing Houston, right? It's ironic. What's the difference between this year and last year that nobody ain't mentioned? Block bully. Where did block bully come from? Houston. All them boys played on that line. You could tell they've been trained the same. I know they had the same coach back in the day. Block bullies, a whole bunch of block bullies on that Houston line. We had 3 guys rushing at times, and they couldn't even block them. They was like little stubs in the ground. So they anchored. They anchored, especially in number 5. He was a mobile version of block bully. They couldn't do that with him. They couldn't do that with him. So that's what you're looking at. Colorado defensive line, They getting pushed back like they were a year ago. The difference is block bully came in and brought a whole different element to Colorado defense. That middle one moving. Now everybody else can sway, but block bully, when he wasn't hurt, block bully, he gonna tear your middle up. That was a big difference in our line. That's what really made a linebacker play different too. It took 2-3 guys to block bully.
Yeah, he did held it down in that middle so them linebackers to get free. So that offensive line couldn't get to the second level.
About trying to go up there because block bully finna tear your middle up.
Yeah, but even them bubble screen, even though I don't like them, man, when I watched Buff and Prime, I said, "Damn, Draylon, when you gonna block somebody?" I said that was a touchdown, man. This dude had a touchdown, man. I said, "Damn."
They playing a little selfish because. Again, you knew what the pecking order last year was. You knew Travis was gonna get the bulk.
That's the problem for me, JR. They trying to play all the wide receivers when you don't need to.
I mean, you don't even have to play all of them, but you gotta have a pecking order. You gotta know who your guy is.
Okay.
Like this guy, he the X, so he gonna be the first read, regardless. Like you knew Travis was the first read last year.
But Travis was getting open. Them boys weren't getting open a lot.
I mean,
it was open sometimes, but they route running was so like they wasn't running. It's almost like the timing and understanding of the route.
Like they jogging off the line of scrimmage.
Like in Shedeur, you say the same thing. Get your butt open, but Shedeur ain't let you be jogging them route.
Man, you look at Draylon, he still can't come off the line of scrimmage free.
They come off the ball jogging.
They just jog a lot of gang. I said, damn.
So quarterback waiting for you to get open and his life is in danger out there. And y'all out there jogging. And then it's like the timing is off. They keep you talking about the timing. That's your receivers got to get there before the defense.
Yeah, they ain't working hard enough. They ain't coming off the line of scrimmage fast enough. They ain't putting that work in. They ain't hustling. I don't know what's going on.
They rock trees looking real. They say Moss coming in. I don't know. Because the receivers looking real JV out there. That's just B team.
Yeah, they looking rough, man.
Look, they looking B team out there. Compared to last year, they looking B team. They routes, man. They routes not Chris. They banana in routes. They jogging routes. They running.
They jogging, bro.
They dropping balls. They dropping balls. Them boys weren't dropping balls last year.
Draylon done dropped the pass every game. Y'all ain't seen that?
Yeah, I mean, but we talked about it before, man. It's different when you the guy now. Or you supposed to be the guy. At least he the one that's always breaking down the huddle. Like, hey, y'all boys, make sure we, blah, blah, blah. Hey, whatever they little last 1, 2, 3, whatever. He always the first voice to like break him down. So I'm assuming he the voice in the room. But
I bet
it's different when you the man.
Yeah, it's different when you're the man. There's more pressure when you're the man.
But they got some two slots out there. I bet Mathis was in that slot. He wouldn't be dropping them balls.
Oh yeah, but that's me. If I'm
Mathis in there, he won't be dropping. Isaiah Hard wouldn't be dropping.
Somebody like
Isaiah Hard.
Them real slots. Draylon is running back. Come out the back.
Yeah,
them real slots. They quick and they know how to find the hole.
Yeah,
They don't know where to go. You got all this green grass, and they be running around like you don't know where to find the window. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Mathis know how to find a window.
It's crazy, man.
That's his freshman year.
Yeah, that's crazy. And another thing, we got 2 minutes.
A1. I'm finna say shout out to A1 Sports, man. He said, "Damn them weak ass bubble screens, Jr." A1 on their head tonight, man.
I mean, them bubble screens ain't that bad. Long you ain't running so many, they just ain't blocking. But check this out: the trenches, offensive line, defensive line. They punking our team out, bro. They punking them out, bro. I'm serious. Barnes, too. He got to go in there, too. He make 1 or 2 plays, but damn, he out there damn near the whole game. McNeil, disappointing. Missing 2 many titles. They punking our defensive front and offensive line.
McNeil going to be an NFL Europe because we thought he had a chance.
NFL Europe?
Do they still have football?
God, dog.
Boy, you crazy, man. What you do?
He ain't even going to Canada. He gonna be in Europe.
Bro.
Because he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He supposed to be that guy. Look, they say everybody had the Swayze body this year. everybody was swayed up.
Yeah.
It was in the mirror. It was looking at their chest and stuff, and then all that stuff. And then they get out there and they can't get off the ball. Swayze bodies is for modeling. It must be a modeling deal going on because we thought that Swayze was going, you know what I'm saying?
Man, Swayze ain't got nothing to do with it. Swayze did.
They said Swayze body was better.
They said that damn. Hey, I told y'all he lost too much weight.
They said Coach Mo bodies wasn't strong. They said them Swayze bodies was gonna be dominant and then strong and aggressive. But them Swayze bodies just cute, man. They linemen started feeling they started looking too good.
Nah. That ain't no Coach Swayze, man. They started wearing
tank tops and stuff.
Coach Swayze did his job, man. The position coaches,
to the fat linemen with the beer bellies, they come out from under the shirt.
Yeah,
that's
Greg. I'm with you, Greg.
That's on the position coaches.
Even Coach Prime said, look at Yo-Yo. Look at Yo-Yo got his shirt. Got his shirt up.
Coaches, man.
Look at Jordan C. Called it a franchise. Look at him.
That's on the position coaches, man. That ain't on Swayze, man.
They're not nasty no more.
Swayze did what he was asked to do. The position coaches said, "Hey, man, I need you to get these people to this weight." And he said, "All right, that's what I'm gonna do because that's what the position coaches required, man."
Too sexy out there. Sexy linemen don't block good. Sexy linemen don't tackle good.
Shout out Coach Swayze, man. He did his job. That ain't no Coach Swayze, man. I think, to me, in my opinion, I just think the mystique of, walking in with Trav, who probably going to be the best player on the field, regardless of who you playing. Walking in with Shedeur, he the best quarterback on the field, regardless of who you playing. Like, that mystique is gone. And then you got the other 5 heartbeats, Wester, Jimmy, Will, who else? Shiloh, Cameron Silman, Craig. Like, you coming in with Shedeur and Trav, and then the other 5 heartbeats behind them, like, you walk in with your chest out a little bit. You pumped up a little bit. They ain't got that mystique this year. Somebody got to step up. Like, a player still got to step up and be a player at the end of the day. So who gonna be that player?
No, dude, I gotta go with Greg. Them boys coming out there
but the players
with that shirt all up to here, showing everything.
If you look good,
the lineman's gotta have.
Best. You look good, you feel good. You feel good, you play good.
You hear me, JR? Your lineman's gotta have a certain number of insecurities. You gotta have the kind of lineman that the girls don't like. They don't look good. They look like Notorious B.I.G. Eyes crossed, out of shape, breathing hard. You need one of them kind of linemen that once they started feeling like they the quarterback and they look as good and they getting just as many girls. Seaton started looking like they say he don't want a football player no more.
That ain't on Swayze, man.
I didn't say it's on Swayze. I'm saying it's a side effect of the Swayze.
Man. Because what was the problem? B. Watts. What was the problem with Barnes last year? Couldn't stay on the field because he was out of shape.
Hey, he need to go back to that. Hey, he don't got in shape. They let him stay on the field. He just out there. He's showing everything.
Out of shape. It's a mindset, man.
Barnes' problem is he's staying straight up and out the ball.
Yeah, it's technique.
Straight up.
That's a technique thing.
No leverage.
Regardless, man. Like, again, that ain't on Coach Swayze. Position coaches gonna say, "Hey, we need to transform their bodies to this because this meets our style of football, which we don't know yet." And then, we kind of go from there.
Yep. Like Greg said, no ball done got in shape, and they looking at them bunnies.
Start getting attention, you're in trouble. Your quarterback can handle it. Your receivers can handle it. But when your linemen start getting attention from the girls, they started feeling like they, they the hottest thing on campus. That's when you start getting these problems, y'all.
Hey, man. Hey, shout out to A1 for the $4.99, man. He said, man, Greg is shot out, man.
Man, I'm just saying, man.
Golly. Hey,
show me any other team with the linemen feel like they the sexiest guys on the team. Show me
just
that.
Like Elijah Watson said, they always in the mirror. Every time you see them on workout, they're in the mirror. What they doing, Greg? What Yo-Yo be doing, Greg?
Your lineman suck his stomach in when your lineman
What? Hey, what Jordan Seaton doing now?
Supposed to be round.
Greg, how Jordan be doing now?
He used to have a big stomach back in the day. Warren Sapp, he had that big stomach that hung out. He ran a 4.4, but his stomach was round. These linemen, Jordan Seaton got abs. You 400 pounds got abs. What you trying to prove? You LL Cool J? You cute. You up there trying to get abs. You have no business trying to get abs when you're over 300 pounds. That should be illegal.
Greg,
every time, hey Greg.
On the wrong thing. That motherfucker
Hey Greg.
Obliques. He should be bench pressing. He up and out.
Greg, you hell, man. You hell, man.
He's supposed to be punching. He worried about the wrong thing.
Yeah.
The wrong thing. That's all I'm saying.
Hey Greg, what Jordan C doing now in the mirror?
Hey man. You hell, Greg. You hell, bro.
That's the wrong mentality right there. Come on, man.
Hey man, them boys gonna come. Them boys gonna come out. They gonna do their thing, man.
You supposed to be ashy and ugly. They smell good.
Man.
They
no,
good.
man.
Them
boys gonna come out. The boys gonna come out and do their thing, man. They gonna get it right, man. It's a mentality thing, but that started with Coach Prime, man. He got to demand more from them. From the position coaches.
Hey, JR. Even Takifa Thomas, the big number 95. You know how you was sweating all season. He don't even want to sweat no more.
He got a towel. He got a towel, man. They don't want to sweat. They cute, man. They not gonna smelling good. They using lotion. You don't supposed to use no lotion when you're a lineman.
Man, I hope this
on well off, JR. On well, you know I knew Wyoming, Greg. Man. Greg. You just brought me back to something, Greg. On well off about 3 days ago, might be reached the people. McNeil walked by. He said, "What did I smell? You smelling good, boy?"
Smelling good,
said, what the hell?
Man.
Y'all didn't see that?
I didn't see it, man.
That was reach the people. He told reach the people. Darren said, "Boy, you smelling good there." He said, "That's that macadillia, boy."
Yeah, that's what he said. You don't know where you supposed to stay. You supposed to be trying to avoid them. Like, oh man, you don't want to be close to the line. They smell like hogs. They call them hogs for a reason. What them big hogs? They supposed to smell like hogs.
Them boys gonna be all right, man.
They smell like Dolce and Gabbana.
I got see you big over Wyoming, man. They going 40. They going a 40 burger on them boys, man.
Hey, JR and Greg. They used to hang out at the liquor store. Now they hanging out at the fragrance store.
Nah, man.
Look,
it's a different day and age, man.
They in the game like this. They in the game before the game. They spraying they stuff down before the game.
No, they ain't great. See you hanging 40 on Wyoming. I'm calling it now, man. I'm calling it now.
They don't even want to sweat. They don't want to get down in the paint. Shit, man. Don't get no 5 yard, man. I ain't trying to get dirty. You see that? You see them bunnies up there?
I'm calling it now, baby. Them boys hanging a 40 burger on Wyoming. And that's what's gonna happen, man. 40 burger. But you know what would be crazy though? If Wyoming come in and Coach Flea running backs run for 200 yards, I'd be like, hey, so it wasn't Coach Flea, huh? It wasn't Coach Flea's fault. If Wyoming come in and see you in Folsom Field and run for 200 yards, I owe Coach Flea an apology. I'll get on here and apologize to Coach Flea.
Well, you better get your apology ready, because he finna run for 200 yards. He finna run for 200 yards.
I don't think it's happening, dog. I don't think
everybody else don't run for 200 yards.
I don't think it's
200 yards.
Yeah, they're getting 400. Total game 400.
Why Wyoming can't get 200? You giving everybody else 200 yards?
Nah, they ain't doing it, man. See, you gonna have it fixed this weekend, man. Them boys putting a 40 burger up on them, man. The score gonna be 42-7. See you, man.
We're gonna win this. This gonna be a blowout, fellas. All serious. I hope they do. I believe they're gonna do what they gonna do on this.
They gonna win.
And K Salt gonna have over 100 rushing yards. He ain't gonna throw the ball to nobody. Y'all want me to run it? Bet.
Oh, okay.
Watch me.
CU has changed. Okay. CU has changed. I'm gonna go with that. So they ain't gonna get 200 yards like everybody else. Everybody else.
Nah, Wyoming ain't getting 200, man.
That's
And
done.
they gonna hold Wyoming
Coach Lee ain't
under 100
gonna
yards
get
rushing.
200 yards.
He not. He not. He not.
No, I don't think they're gonna gain no 200 yards. Not rushing.
All right,
42-7 CU.
198. 198.
198.
That's 200, man.
Hell, man.
Oh man,
Right.
you chopping your bet up, bro.
You right. 198.
You fixing your bet up, man.
Great
He
hell,
said
man.
198.
198. Hey,
Hey,
round
So
that
he can come back and
thing
say,
up,
I told you 200.
They didn't get 200.
I told you 200, JR. I told you gonna get 200. No, Grant, that was 198.
I'm
2
gonna
yards.
keep it a bean, man. If Wyoming come in there and they run for 200 yards, I ain't watching CU no more this year. I'm keeping 100.
You want to take that
I'm
risk?
gonna have to know about the game through y'all, cause I can't, man. I cannot fathom the thought. I'll be like Coach Prime. I'll be at that presser like, if you would have told me Wyoming was gonna come in here, it's no way Wyoming will come into Folsom Field and run for 200 yards. Now they might have 200 all-purpose yards, but they ain't gonna have no 200 rushing yards.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, JR. We gonna go out like this. I'm the creator of the night. I'm the creator of the daytime buffs, right? So you show me. See, y'all just catching on. Coach Prime just catching on. He caught on a little bit after I had to take a lashing for a month, right? And everybody started saying it, right? He ain't acknowledged it yet, but I tried to look out for him. I took a beating for him. But let me tell y'all this. These folks ain't scheduling these games by mistake. Show me a night game that they played well. Show me a weekday game. They gave them the first 3 games. 2 of them was weekday games. 2 of them was one was what, Thursday, one was Friday.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I feel like they played 2 Fridays, but it was a Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, it was 2 Fridays. 2 Fridays and a Saturday.
Fridays.
Yeah, 2 Fridays.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 Fridays. And they play every Friday like a Friday. So all the Freakazoid games on Fridays. The Stanford game was on a Friday when they gave away like a 40-point lead. They went and got smashed by sorry Washington State on a Friday. Okay. All the night games are Thriller Manilas. All right. Colorado State. All them games was Friday night games.
Yeah.
Y'all sit back and let these people. You play 12 games. These people schedule 10 of them at night. And everybody talk, it's prime time game. Okay, well, keep looking. Keep looking. They just keep. How many night games you don't play? Already you don't play. Out of 5 games, it's going to be 4 night games. And it don't look like it's about to change. BYU going to be a night game. It's going to be another 10 o'clock game. These boys do not play well at night. Now, I'm glad they changed the practice schedule. But they're going to give up them rushing yards because they're going to be out there asleep. They're going to be not going to arm tackling and look like they lost.
Not against Wyoming, man. They ain't not against Wyoming.
If it was a day game, I might give it to you because they'll beat you to sleep in the day. What they did to Utah, well, they put like 42-7. I give you that.
Yeah.
You play at 10 o'clock in the morning, Mountain Time, they'll beat you to sleep because the other team sleep. But night games, I don't put them past these boys, man. They get out here in the weirdest thing. Maybe that marijuana Coach Prime be smelling, but it gets really weird at night. It gets really weird. It feels weird. It's like the doggone wolves go to howling and they just go to doing some silly stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to put your whole future in.
I'm putting it on it.
YouTube
I'm doing it.
On this.
I'm doing it, man.
I
ain't gonna watch the game,
y'all. I hope they do 198. I hope they do 198.
I watch the highlights, but I ain't gonna watch the full game no more. It'll just be the highlights. If Wyoming go in there, if Wyoming goes in and they run, just solely run for 200 yards against CU at Folsom Field.
No, that ain't gonna happen there.
But you good
I'm
with
not
198.
watching the game. I'll just have to watch highlights.
But you good with 198 though. 198, you ain't quit.
Nah, I ain't good with 198 either.
But you only gonna quit.
I'm at 200. If they go 200 or more, I'm be like, hey, dog. 198, I'm gonna be like, what? Hey, man, they ain't get to 200, so I can still watch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But
JJ gonna be real quiet. He gonna be biting his tails on Friday like
I'm be texting y'all the box score like, dog, they at 180, Greg. God damn.
It's gonna be midnight. We're gonna be watching the game. This game gonna be played at midnight.
You'll be texting at 11:30 at night.
Yep. Nah, they at 180, man. What we need to do?
Got 10 minutes left.
Who we need to call? But yeah, I can't watch them no more if they give up 200 to Wyoming. Nah, I can't.
I don't see that, Greg.
Yeah, I don't see it happening, dog.
I
Not
ain't
too
I don't
saying
see
much.
that
what
on
about
big dog.
Delaware.
Huh?
So you think Delaware's a stronger team than Wyoming? You think
Yeah, but
Delaware's a
they
stronger team
only
than
gave up
Wyoming?
they only gave up like 80 something yards rushing to Delaware. They just couldn't tackle. Like Delaware was doing a bubble screen and the receiver was
Man,
running
Delaware
for
was
another
running all
30
over them.
yards.
Delaware just wasn't scoring. That's all. They
Yeah.
just wasn't
But
scoring. They were getting down in the red zone and couldn't score. But they was
they
running
weren't running the
all over
ball
them.
though. They only had like 86 yards rushing, Delaware, like the entire game.
One person may have had 86 yards rushing.
No, the whole rushing, like collectively. Delaware got them with passing.
Let me
They
see
couldn't
these stats.
tackle,
Let me see Delaware's stats.
in the backfield.
Cause
All them defensive backs missing
that ain't what
tackles
I
left and
remember.
right.
B
B
Watts, let me
Watt's
pull these
boy,
stats up.
Tion Parks was getting trucked up, and now it was just a
Let me
bad
see.
showing against Delaware, man.
Delaware versus
They couldn't
Colorado.
tackle.
Colorado. These
Yeah.
stats, man. Let me see. Team stats. Okay.
Yeah, team stat rushing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I feel pretty confident. But hey, that would be the ultimate get back. Coach Flea come in there and run it up 200. I'd
But
be
you know
like,
Delaware
God, dog.
had an average of 6 yards a carry.
Yeah, I mean, look, they were talking that thing. They just, you know what I'm saying? They just ain't they didn't get over 100. That 80 something yards. So that's why I'm saying they should be able to contain Wyoming, man. Look, Wyoming put up 3 points against Utah. 3. So I ain't worried about their offense really doing nothing. They defense, Wyoming defense, hell, Utah scoreless the first half. I'm kind of concerned about that. So we'll see what Pat Shermer dial up, some deep shots, hopefully, but we'll see what happens, man. But I'm calling it, man. I'm calling it big, man. I'm calling it 42-7. Like I said, that boy K Salt gonna have over 100 rush yards because he gonna look some people off. Like when I used to be on the basketball court, getting in my bag, I'll look somebody off real clean. K Salt gonna do the same thing. He gonna come out their pocket. He gonna be scrambling. Draylon Miller gonna be wide open. Guess what he gonna do? That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna run the ball. Cause everybody been saying, dawg, he should have ran the ball. He should have ran the ball. He gonna be like, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm finna run this ball. I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run it. Cause when you win it don't matter. People gonna, you know what I'm saying? They win 42-7, and K-Salt run for 100 some yards. Some people, the football enthusiasts gonna be like, yeah, but he missed, what's his name? He was wide open. But the collective of the fans gonna be like, hey, they won the game, dog. Whatever it takes to win. I think that's what Coach Prime on at this point. Whatever it takes to win, let's win. We'll go down, break down the field or something like that. But I think K-Salt coming out to prove something, man. Because everybody been, you know what I'm saying, kind of when Coach Prime came out there and said Martin Luther King stop and stuff like that, and the Georgia Tech game again, guys, he went 60%. And everybody was on his head for 60%. He's a career like 60% thrower. So he met his career average. He ain't go below it. So I think Salt gonna be trying to prove a point. Hey, I'm gonna run this thing. Watch. 100 yards for K-Salt, 42-7. See you winning big at Folsom Field. Call it right now, dog.
At night.
At night, Greg.
That'll be a first time.
Coach Prime getting them boys ready.
This ain't the same team, Greg.
Right now.
This the same team.
No, it ain't the same team, bro.
What we been talking about last night? We talking about the same linebackers.
No, it ain't no same linebacker, man.
You said they play the same. They been on that 3 years.
You talking about night game? These guys probably used to playing at night.
Yep. K-Salt gonna be wiping his nose all up and down Folsom Field.
Daytime buffs, man. Daytime buffs.
First down. Drop
the
ball.
This game here ain't gonna be close, man. It ain't gonna be close.
It ain't gonna be close.
They gonna beat them, but we started to remember these are daytime buffs, man. These daytime.
Them daytime's over with. They're gonna be at night now.
They ain't scheduling them for no day games.
Watch. But they don't know what's coming, man. But shout out to Coach Flea, man. I know he gonna want his get back coming up in Folsom, so we'll see what it look like.
Yeah. All right, fellas, I gotta get off this time. Appreciate y'all tonight. Appreciate the chat. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate JR and Greg said it. Thank y'all for watching Sports Talk with B. Watts along with these two gentlemen right here. We hope we have entertained you, gave you some good information. And hey, I believe Colorado gonna win big time. Coach Prime, them may be on the right track right now. It is what it is. Want to say hello to Miss E. Willer, and hope she doing all right. Hope her mom doing all right. Praying for y'all. Our prayers up are out for you and your family, Miss E. Willer. We love you. We love you over here on Sports Talk with B. Watt. Appreciate you. God bless and to you. JR, going around the horn. Get your last word, and we out of here.
Look, man, I'm hoping for a big game Saturday. I'm hoping they hold them under 200 so I can put it back in Greg's face. Less than 198 too, so I could definitely put it in Greg's face. Like, man, they was 196, Greg. So they still held them under 198, bro. But nah, man, it's always good chopping it up with you, B. Watts. Definitely chopping it up with you, Greg. Man, it's time to show and prove, man. It's time to show and prove before they really truly dive deep into Big 12 play. So we're gonna see what Coach Prime made of, man, and we're gonna see what the rest of this team made of. But I'm calling it big. It's gonna be a big win this weekend, man. Big win for him. 42-7 K-Salt over 100 yards rushing.
Well, I feel like they definitely should win. At the end of the day, I'm hoping that it goes just like that because, I'm hoping this is not JR Boxing's last show. I would hate that this be the last time and he not even know it. So I hope Colorado will know. Because we didn't even give him a proper going out party. You know what I'm saying? It's just to abruptly end like that. So hopefully, they do what they need to do and not give up all them rushing yards. I mean, I think they should win. I don't see no reason why they shouldn't win, and this is something I'm missing. But I just don't, I don't know what to do with Coach Hart linebackers and the arm tackling and stuff like that. I don't know how you stop the running game when you don't tackle, because that's required to stop the run game. We also got to see what these safeties gonna do with this pass game, because he seemed like if they ain't running, they passing. So I don't know what Wyoming look like, so I can't even act like I got a prediction. They should win, but it can get real spooky at night. So I hopefully it go well, because it gets real spooky at night. I was out there one time, so yeah, I'm Greg. Greg said it, y'all. We be together on Sunday 2:00. We're gonna review this game, good and bad. Hopefully it's something good, where we ain't gonna have to eulogize the wonderful Jay Boxing's YouTube career ended so prematurely. Hopefully it's not that.
All right. Want to appreciate once again. Want to thank Greg Setter and JR Boxing for joining us on this fine Thursday. Don't forget tomorrow night I'll be here at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're gonna do what we do, like we always do. We're gonna rock out. Y'all just come back, and we're gonna show out on the weekend. All right, fellas. Chat. Y'all have a good night, and God bless y'all, man.
We're trying to fix what was broken last week, and we're on to this week. We're not there last week. We're past that. We just got to go out there and do what we're capable of doing. Be prepared to have no opportunity to fail. That's how you bounce back from adversity.
This will be Colorado's second home game of the year, and I'm telling you, they need a big time win.
This is a football game. You
This is Quinton Gilman, aka Q for 6, and this is my story. Alright, so I was 4 years old. My mom asked me if I want to play football. My dad was working with me every day. My uncle took me to go get my first pair of shoulder pads, him, and we just started playing from there. Shoot, my freshman year, we were sharing like a start every game, like every job we'll switch out. My sophomore year, they put me on JV. My junior year, I was backup quarterback and receiver. Shoot, my senior year, that's what y'all know me for. That's when I went off. Shoot, my goals this year, be the best freshman in the college football. Shoot, my time in Colorado been fun since I got here. I've been here for 7 months now, 8 now since it's August. So just been working every day. Now it's very peaceful here compared to where I came from. I came from Memphis in Texas, so it's very peaceful here. I like to play the game, playing fast, learning the coverages more, really like getting to know football more. Be with the guys, get some work in. Favorite movie, Don't Be a Menace to Society while drinking juice in the hood.
Are you practicing to practice or you practicing to be great? Which way am I going?
Today's supposed to come, you on the way.